Welcome, everybody. It is watch-along time. It's Derby versus Bristol City as we kick off EFL Championship round 3. We're ticking them off. I always say it'll be Easter before you know it. The games come thick and fast in the Championship. And here we come with round 3. This is our TV game for Friday night. Derby Bristol City. Tomorrow in the earlies, Charlton Leicester. Hull versus Blackburn, Swansea versus Watford. And then in the 3 p.m. kickoffs, it's Birmingham versus Oxford, Coventry versus QPR, Norwich versus Middlesbrough, Preston versus Ipswich, Sheffield United, versus Middlesbrough, Southampton versus Stoke, West Brom versus Pompey, and Wrexham versus Sheffield Wednesday. Get your thoughts in via the comments on tonight's game. Obviously, we'll go chapter and verse on that over the next couple of hours. But if you are off to an EFL Championship game or you're across an EFL Championship this game, let us know who it is, what you are expecting, etc., etc. Let's say some hellos. Kieran, now on his way to Derby. There you go. He'll be there in the stand by now. Carl, welcome. Ewan, Jeff, Dave, Annie, leave your bias at the door. Difficult tonight. Always tricky when it's your own team. Michael, welcome to you. Let yourself be known down there, over there in the comments. Normal deal. We have a 10 super chat target. We reach it every single stream. So if you can, get in there and support via super chat. You've got 3 hours to do it. Plenty of time. Plenty going on. And if you can't do that, the bare minimum is to hit that thumbs up button, hit like on the stream wherever you're watching. We call that a like spike. Everybody do it right now. You've got 11 seconds. Hit thumbs up. Go, go, go. Brilliant stuff, guys. Really, really appreciate it. You can support the channel merely by interacting, like, comment, subscribe. And you can, as you can see there, go the extra mile by donating via Super Chat or joining up, no less. We are at 27 Super Chats. Let's see if we can get to Super Chats. Likes, I mean. Let's see if we can get to 50 before we kick off. It often happens. Let's say some more hellos to Ben. Welcome to you, fella. Andy from Pride Park. We've got a couple of people in there, haven't we? Tom, welcome to you. Settling in for a good night of football, fingers crossed. Peter, off at 7. Peter always has long journey supporting the Borough, up at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow to see the Borough play. Ironclad Wolf, got a draw kind of in. Hold your predictions 1 second, Ironclad Wolf. We'll get to that ever so quickly. Who needs to be partial anyway? Me. It's my job. It's his job. Shay, welcome to you. Dave, Armstrong is leaving. Where does he go from here? Adam, welcome to you. Out in Toronto, all over the world. They come to watch us from, which is wonderful. Isaac, how much energy does it take to do live streams? Because I almost did YouTube for music reasons. There you go. Lots of energy. And I have been at the caravan for the 2 days leading to this and traveling, and you think that's a holiday and then you're knackered when you get back. Right, a couple more. Dan, good evening. It's very Robin Williams that, isn't it? Steve, welcome from NZ. Geordie, come on, you Rams. And then Andy says, got a bad feeling about tonight. Hold your predictions. We'll get to them very, very soon. I'm cracking through these. Toffee Men, welcome from Hong Kong. Jack from Zanzibar. Reminds me of the Billy Joel song. Very good documentary about Billy Joel on HBO at the moment. Dean, welcome to you. Place to be, we hope so. Oh, come on, you're Reds, not you Rams. There you go. Be careful with your acronyms. Dan, he's in there first with €2 on the Super Chat. Thank you very, very much, fella. That does get us started off. We are 1 for 10 on the Super Chat target. Right, we need to do some team news. Use your question. Let me know who you're looking forward to seeing play, and let me know who your potential match winners are in this one. Here come your lineups. 9 minutes from kickoff here for Derby versus Bristol City in the EFL Championship. Your Derby side, and here comes the back five, that makes up statistically in terms of goals conceded. Shall I say the worst defence in the Championship? Let's say it as it is. The Championship defence that has conceded the most goals thus far, strangely, for a team managed by John Eustace. In goal is Jakob Zetterstrom. 3 centre-halves. I think it was it last game against Coventry? Flipped to 3 at the back, Eustace, and conceded 5 at home. Sanderson, Bart and Clark across the back. Plenty of experience, plenty of size. Mobility in there? You tell me. Nyambe and Elder are the wing-backs, stroke full-backs. We'll see how defensive Derby go. Ozo and Thompson in central midfield. Ibu Adams is now a bit further forward this season after putting up some brilliant numbers last season in deep central midfield. Up top, Carlton Morris and Andy Vyman. And we have plenty of played for both action. These two clubs have traded between themselves a hell of a lot. Vyman is one that has played for both. Let me know your thoughts on that Derby 11. Who you're looking forward to seeing play? Who are your match winners? Bristol City, Vitek in goal, who I have not seen play before. Radek Vitek on loan from Manchester United, I believe, no less. Am I right? Oh, BW Linz, Manchester United. There you go. He's been to Accrington as well. 3 at the back as well, apparently, for Bristol City, according to FootMob here. Dickey, Viner, and Atkinson. I think Atkinson back in after, I think he had a nasty injury, and then he went out on loan, didn't he, to Pompey last season. Sykes and McCrory, who scored one of my favourite goals this season, the counter-attack goal scored by Gerhard Struber's Bristol City up at Bramall Lane. It was an absolute beauty, I thought, in the first round of the season. Hell of a win that, wasn't it? Taking Bristol City top of the table after round 1. They can go top tonight. Those people who get triggered by me playing with my hair, it has just been washed. It is drying. There will be much hair playing with to make sure it lands in the right place. So look away now, as they used to say when they read out the classified football scores. Knight and Randell in central midfield. Jason Knight, obviously another played for both. Former Derby player now with Bristol City. Twine, Mehmeti and Reese up top is a front three that's got a little bit of everything, including some very good dribbling from Mehmeti, some power from Reese, and the free kicks, indeed, of Scott Twine. Benches, Derby, Vickers, Forsyth, Rooney, Ward, Osborne, Clark, Hoodmine, Brewster, Jackson. Bristol City, Lumley, Tanner, Roberts, Cornick, Bird, Hirakawa, Maulu, Bell and Armstrong. Just to kind of point to some injured players. I mean, it's not great for Bristol City. It's even worse for Derby. Injured for Bristol City, O'Leary, McNally, Williams and Pring. For Derby, Blackett, Taylor, Nelson, Wilson, Salverson, Beck, Agyemang and Langas. So you would expect both sides to have periods this season where they have much, much better availability in terms of first team fitness than they have right now. Right, we got a couple of super chats to say thank you for. Mark, welcome to you. Afternoon stroke evening from northeastern PA. What's PA? What state is PA? I can't think. USA. Someone will tell me in the chat. Pasadena? I don't know. My geography is terrible. But thank you, Mark, for the super chat. He has super chat many times. So is Ben. Me and my dog in front of the football with a Friday night Benjamin Bloom watch along. Nice to be back. You love to see it. Thank you, Ben, Mark, and Dan. We are 3 for 10 on the mega super chat target. What have I got here? I got Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. I don't know. Deary me. Right. Shall we dive into predictions? Because I've babbled on long enough. We can get to some of your comments in just a second. Emil Reese was in Derby's academy. Was he really? I did not know that. Knew that? I did not know that. That was very Ipswich for a second, wasn't it? Truly is international. Great to see. It's wonderful. People all over the world. What was it, Mark? Pennsylvania? Home can be the Pennsylvania. I mentioned Billy Joel earlier. He's in my head after watching that blooming documentary. Right, I need predictions in from you lot. In fact, while you're firing up your predictions before I hit the button, if I got organised before I went away for a couple of days, I should have put a poll up, which I have no idea what it says. There we go. 1,600 of you voted in this poll, and 21% of you predicted a draw. 22% of you predicted a Derby County win. And in landslide fashion here, the poll, 57% for an away win. Wow, Bristol City, 57% of you who voted in the poll over on the community tab of the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel went for an away win. I didn't think it'd be quite that high. I get why Bristol City would be favourites, but there you go. Let's see if the predictions here map that out. Get your predictions in. I don't need anything funny, anything clever. Just stick what you think the score is going to be. Down there, you have 24 seconds. I may have to deal with a fruit fly while I'm gone. Tremendous stat there from Sky. You know, we were talking about Derby struggling at the back. It said Zetterstrom conceded 8 goals, XG against 7.98. So the Derby keeper is outperforming his XG. There you go. That's me being a bit sarcastic about it. Right, let's get some predictions in here. What you lot saying? Where are we starting? Oh, we're all the way up here. Right, here we go. 2-1 City. Luke. Oh, safe travels to Preston tomorrow, mate. 2-1 away win there. 2-0 City. 2-0 City. 0-0. Someone takes it. 2-1 Derby. Desmond. 2-1 Derby. 2-1 City. 2-1 City. 2-1 City. 3-1 Bristol City. 3-1 Bristol City. Counter attacking fun. Yeah, we'll get into how we think the game might pan out as we kick off. Players just in their huddles now. 2-1 Bristol City. What else have we got? 2-3 Bristol City. There we go, 1-1. I'm going to have to rumble through these. So sorry if I don't read them all out. I'll go quickly. Desmond, 2-1, 2-1, 1-0, 2-1. Mayulu off the bench to make it 2-0. How about that? Right, there you go. I'm going to click through all of them. My bad. I left it too long. I always leave it too long, don't I? Right, there we go. I think we've got them all done there. Thank you very, very muchly indeed for getting your predictions in. Great to have you all involved. We are about to get going in this one. Derby versus Bristol City from Pride Park. It is Championship Round 3 about to kick off. And what are we waiting for, referee? I don't know. It looked like he was all good to go. Whistle to his lips. And we have kicked off. Hard camera, Derby shooting right to left. Towards what I'll call the quieter of the two stands. All the noisy fans up the other end. Let me get the clock up there. Oh, God. What a nightmare. Pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Sorry about that, everybody. I don't think there's ever been a watch along where I haven't messed up putting the clock on the screen. There's just too much to do. Far, far too much to do for a little brain like mine. Right, I've also got to put the banner up because someone will inevitably say, what's the score, Ben? What's the score? You're watching the game. I don't know what the blooming score is. Right, let's look over there. Hopefully my audio is okay. Now I've got this highfalutin flashy thing that swings around. Like that. And Ibu Adams just levered off it. I think it's going to be a free kick. Oh, it's gone free kick to Derby. Oh, it's going to be a free kick to Bristol City. My bad. That was a throw-in indeed. No foul. Maybe the ref just wheedling his way out of that, so to speak. Long one forward. It's actually broken quite nicely and a shot driven in early. And Callum Elder, the left wing back, just a big boot forward then. Morris is such a handful. He didn't even have to jump to head of that. He just kind of levered. It was Atkinson out of the way. Well, there's Dickey actually. And Viner stands up well. And the shot blocked out for a corner, which it looks like Callum Elder with the left foot is going to take. One arm up for the signal. In it goes. Oh, it's going to fall back stick for Adams. Can he recycle this? Defended well. Scott Twine just got in the way. Be another corner for Derby. Decent start by the Rams, getting some territory in here. 2 set plays already as well. Shot at goal, if not anywhere near on target. Fancy Mike going up in the well. I promise it's the same Mike. It's just a swingy, roundy stand thing. Right, in comes the second corner for Derby, headed away. Ozo helps it back, and they're going to have to go all the way home to Zetterstrom. Lee! Thank you so much, matey. We are 4 out of 10 on the Super Chats. We're going great guns. Excuse me. Thank you very much, Lee. Sky Blue Army in DDO. QPR. They've got tomorrow commentary, haven't they? Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dan. We are coming through on the Super Chats. What's going on here? I know you won't have seen our other message, but we tried. Sorry, have I missed something on that? Pass our best to Jay. Oh, I hope Jay's okay. Send me a DM if it's vital, but if he's in any way bad. Sorry, doing 18 things at once if I did miss that one. Hope our friend Jay is okay, of course. Morris tries to nick that down the left-hand side. They've won it further back and it's got to Morris on the left wing. Morris back to Clark. Clark, clever scooped pass looking for Elder. Offside flag stays down. It's going to be a throw in for Derby, who have been the better side thus far. Someone pointed out in the chat, didn't they, that it might be a good one for Bristol City's counter-attack game. Struber, he's good with that, isn't he? Certainly worked a charm at Bramall Lane in round 1. We're going to get a long throw hurled in by Elder. Oh, it's going to fall at the back stick. I think it was Vyman. Big handball shout from Vyman and Morris. Goes back in, back stick. I will plead the 5th, as always. Wait for the replay. Vyman, as you can imagine, the shooter will always give a big appeal. Let's have a look here. I'm going to wait for a different angle. I think his arm was in a natural position. My first instinct is no penalty. You can give your views in the chat, but hey, normally by about replay number 15, I've changed my mind, haven't I? I think he had his arm there and it hit there side on as he was charging down. So he couldn't have done a lot more for his arm to be in a, quote, natural position. It hit the arm, but remember, if it's not deliberate or your arm's not in an unnatural position, then we are all okay. I'm sure Sky are feverishly finding another angle of that. I'm sure they've got multi-cameras on that today. Sunday, Everton's first game at their new stadium. Very nice indeed. What's it called? I don't even know what it's called. It'll always be Goodison Park to me, hey? 6 gone, 0-0. Derby the better side. Well, it's been all Derby so far, hasn't it? Got the ball forward, won a set play and kept it in the Bristol City half for the remaining 6 minutes that we have played. Randell. Back in to Dickey. Knight. Twine. Sykes. It's going to go into the back stick. Nicely kept alive by McCrory. Keeper there, Zetterstrom on safari a little bit. Mehmeti's picked it back up. And I think an offside flag went up in there. I just noticing it seems like Sykes and McCrory, the wing backs, I don't know whether it was just that counter-attack, but they were definitely on the opposite sides we thought they would be. With Sykes down the right there and McCrory down the left. West Ham 1-0 in the Premier League. It's West Ham versus Chelsea. West Ham lead 1-0 in 8 minutes there. Kicked off at the same time as we did it. Hill Dickinson Stadium. Is that some sponsorship name? Bramley Moor Dock. What's the truth? I mean, they might both be true. One might be the sponsor's name. One might be the location name. Foul by Adams on Twine. Pulling him back. Little shove over as well. For good measure. Nil-nil. Free kick loaded in. Cleared back out to halfway. Sanderson has got it for Derby as we come up 10 minutes. Ozo. I'd imagine their possession's pretty heavy. Oh no, 55-45. There's all in territory rather than possession. Clark goes long into Morris, who tries to hold. Booted clear. Bristol City can't get a hold of this yet. They've got it now. As you can imagine, just slowing it down, keeping the ball for a couple of seconds. Here's Twine. Oh, Twine outside of the foot, trying to poke that through. Clever idea to Mehmeti. Blocked away. Would have been a hell of a ball. Hard to get that one through. Piercing between 3 centre-backs of Derby, but Twine has certainly got the quality. He's got it in the locker, as they say. Foul given. Yeah, I can see that message. So if you want to DM me something about that, I just got to be really careful with this kind of thing. When I'm live, I can't check anything that's going on. So yeah, DM me that and we'll message it properly when you've told me more, or mention it properly rather. But yeah, happy to support a friend of the channel, of course. Have Derby started good? Yes, they have. Much the better side or the dominant side in the first 10 minutes. Better. That's subjective, isn't it? Jamie, has Travis signed for Derby? I don't think it's gone through yet, Jamie. We've been expecting that to go through for 2-3 weeks now, haven't we? Some negotiating going on. The art of the deal. I just realised who wrote that book. I never mention because it just gets the comments going, doesn't it? Liam watching Bayern v RB Leipzig. Let us know if you are watching West Ham as well, what's going on over there. Bristol City just starting to get the proverbial foothold in the game. Building a little bit of possession. Knight just coming short from central midfield. Dropping back in. Help the centre-backs out. Making the play. Slightly adapted role, really, from what he was doing under Liam Manning. Dickey. Knight again in that deep line playmaker spot. Knocks it in long for McCrory. Wins the knockdown, but Danny Bart is able to knock that clear. Nicely won and nicely worked between Morris and Vyman. He tried to poke it through for Adams. And maybe 5 years ago, you'd have wanted that one the other way round. Because Vyman used to be a proper pace merchant, didn't he, running in behind. I'm sure he's no slouch still, but how old is Andy Vyman? He's been around forever, hasn't he? 34. He used to be lightning quick, didn't he, Vyman? David, what do we think will be Championship game of the weekend? Well, David, being this is the only one I'm going to be able to watch for the full 90 minutes, and I've got 2 gigs this weekend. Hopefully this one. And hopefully Preston versus Ipswich is the most boringly efficient from Ipswich. But hey, it's not about Ipswich today, is it? It's about Derby 0, Bristol City 0. Bristol City just... It's amazing how games often do fold into little 10-minute spots, because the first 10 minutes was definitely derbies, and since then, not that Bristol City have made any chances, but they certainly have wrestled back control of the ball since minute 10, haven't they? Lovely goal from the Hammers, but Sanchez was caught completely wrong-footed. As a Brighton fan, seen plenty of that. Sanchez always gets a lot of grief in goal for Chelsea, doesn't he? Poor fella. Maybe he should start saving more shots, eh? Nice little carry and win of a free kick there by Liam Thompson. Sometimes you just need that when you're under pressure, don't you? Midfielder, pick up the ball, drive past someone, win a foul, move up the pitch, win possession, alleviate any pressure that is on. Hope the breakaway did me good. Do you know what, Dave? I've got to be really honest. I really made a mess of my 2 days off. And I'm an idiot. And I know I am. Because what I tried to do is do 4 days work across 2 days on Monday and Tuesday while Shaylee and Enid went down. To try and, be efficient and good and conscientious. And I got all the YouTube stuff done and all the other admin-y stuff I needed to do. And then I was just knackered because I'd done 4 days work in 2 days. So I couldn't enjoy the first day as much as I should have. So I need to just learn. Just take the blooming day off, you buffoon. Difficult being self-employed, isn't it, hey? We got another goal over at West Ham. 1-1. João Pedro. Evening MW. Cheers to you. When am I getting my German games deal, or am I after the French league? I haven't been offered any. Not a big enough deal over here, are we? I'd like to think I get offered EFL games. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? The world is changing though, isn't it? People with millions of subscribers get rights to games, hey? They're finally starting to notice us, aren't they? Hey? Oh, nice knock down the line into the channel. Adams down the right-hand side for Derby. Can he get a good cross in? No. Oh, really opened up nicely there. Didn't it? Maybe, without wanting to sound too cruel, that's why he was generally playing further back there. If you're in that more advanced, sort of, to use some wanky language, high number 8 or number 10 position, got to deliver a little bit more then, don't you? What German games would interest me? Nah. This is where I say, well, I don't really know a hell of a lot about German football, do I? But I'll have them if they're on offer. I always remember in the pandemic, the first game back was in Germany, and the whole world, I think Haaland might have been playing in that for Dortmund as well, and the whole world ended up watching that particular game. Here's Clark for Derby. Bit of a chess match this one so far. Elder. Look at Matt Clark. He's powered forward from centre back and played a nice ball inside, actually. It's great football, that, from Derby. They've won a corner involving a Rio Ferdinand-esque burst from the back by Matt Clark there. How about that? Former Ipswich Town centre back. Matt Clark. What about that? Corner for Derby, who, Sky tell us, scored the most set play goals last season in the Championship. Obviously conspicuous from that list would be Leeds, Burnley and Sunderland. They're good with lists like that, aren't they? Of the teams that are still in the league. Elder is going to take the corner. He's already had a couple of goes. Morris and Reese. Oh, Morris up to his usual antics. A very physical player in the box, Carlton Morris. Seen him play loads actually for Luton. Coming up 20, long throw is going to be hurled in by Elder. It's dropped actually for Clark. Ooh, if Clark could have just poked that away, he could have drawn a foul there for a penalty, but wasn't quite quick enough on his feet. Apparently the ball's been in the net again, West Ham, Chelsea, but then scrubbed off for offside. Dr. McCoy, self-employed people can never really take days off. Yeah, maybe we talk about that in the next Q&A. Might be the right forum, but yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle, isn't it? Is it 4 days working? Well, I mean, thank you, but the whole point was that I could then rest on the third day. Really do sound like Jesus now, don't I? And I was too knackered. So what are you going to do, hey? Yeah, I know. The thing is, you can all say to me, you know, rest is important and that. And I know it's easier said than done, isn't it? Where is the away kits ranking? Say, I don't think I did them, did I, Johnny? Oh, no, you're right. I need to do them. Yeah, I did the homes. Yeah, we'll get them done. It's more work. The medics, doctor and the medics are on for Derby. as we come up midway through the first half. John Eustace getting some instructions across, as tends to happen with every break now. It becomes a drinks break, doesn't it? A completionist. Yeah, I am too, to be fair. So, yeah, fair comment. Where do I think Bristol City will finish? God. I can't remember what I put. Can anyone remember what I put in the 1 to 24? I probably had them dropping down into the bottom of the top half, I reckon. Like 10th or 12th or something like that. I would have had them below Derby, I reckon, in my 1 to 24. So, got that wrong so far. Zippy Tuna gifted 5 Benjamin Bloom memberships. Thank you so much, Zippy Tuna. Very, very kind. Go and grab yourself a Benjamin Bloom membership. When we do early access on pre-record videos, you'll get a bit of that action. You get your lovely little badge down there as well. And on all videos, there'll be membership comments will go to the top as well. Muchly appreciated. Go and grab them. Adams is back up and running. Where are me and my band playing this week? Well, I'm depping, standing in for a band on Saturday. B90 was the postcode, somewhere in Stratford. And then if I'll be with the 90s band I mainly play with on Sunday night. We are, see if anyone knows this part of the world, it's at Tamworth. We are at Statfold Country Park playing at like a festival thing. Yeah. There's the 64,000. Should I watch this stream or the Blue Monday one, Ben? Well, no comment. I am up against myself tonight. Blue Monday stream live right now over on the Blue Monday channel. Reacting to the signing. Ooh, cross comes in. Zetterstrom punch. All went a bit loose for a second. They've only half cleared their lines here, Derby. Twine tries to help it on. They're temporarily down to 10 while Adams was off. Not convincing from Zetterstrom. Down the line it goes to McCrory. It's worked its way back round. Knight. Back into Dickey. Knight again. We still haven't seen a replay of Zetterstrom coming and kind of punching a bit waywardly, I've got to say. Best opening for Bristol City of the game. Well, nice feet by Sykes. He's done really well there. Couldn't engineer across into the box. As well blocked, actually, by Danny Bart. Big up, Tamworth. Absolutely. He came charged. That completely missed that punch, didn't he? He's lucky he didn't take out Reece while he was there. You go, Hunty Dog. In Lichfield. There you go. He knows that part of the world. Corner goes in. Reece hits the deck. Shot driven in. So it wasn't Reece. It was Dickey. Jason Knight had the shot. Dickey's claiming for a penalty. My first instinct was absolutely not. I think it was Adams behind him. One arm on the back. He feels it. He goes down. I mean, part of me always says, don't shove people in the back in the box and you'll never concede a penalty for shoving somebody in the back in the box. But it's difficult, isn't it? The shove has got to be commensurate with actually impeding the player rather than just being contact in a bustly penalty box. Thompson has that nicked off him by Scott Twine. Gerhard Struber likes that. Who is my favourite keyboard player? Do you know who I like? Vince Clarke who was in Depeche Mode right at the beginning. Then Yazoo. And then Erasure. How about that? Thought I was going to say John Lord then, didn't you? Or Rick Wakeman. Oh, goodness. Thought Zetterstrom took that out of play then. A fairly basic grab the ball over by the edge of his box. Doesn't seem to have been any appeal. He's going to kick it out of his hands anyway. 0-0. I did have a bit of concern about this game that it could get quite pragmatic, especially with Derby having had such a bad defensive record in the opening 2 games that Eustace might batten down the hatches. We could do with a first half goal to get things going. Here's a counter-attack for Bristol City. Reese. Oh, good challenge. Nice and clean sliding tackle there by Thompson. Turned back over. And Derby will like the game being like this. Bit more pace to it. Bit more basketball-y. I mean, scrappy. Nah. Maybe. Elton John, surely. Well, you see, Elton John, you wouldn't class as a keyboard player, would you? He's a piano player. And a damn fine one at that. Apparently, Bristol City are linked with Connor Chaplin. What has become of my wonderful double-promoted Ipswich Town team, eh? They're all leaving. And it breaks my heart. Offside flag up. It's going to be a restart for Bristol City. 28 up. 0-0. It's been chess-like since minute 10, when Bristol City kind of got a foothold in the game. Derby were really good for the first 10 minutes. Pretty even since then. Clark nicks that in. Clears it away. Viner's got it. Sanderson clears that up over in the left back area. Thompson, he has a busy run. Sometimes players look busier than they are. I'm sure Thompson's very busy. You know what I'm saying. Free kick taken quickly by Bristol City. Dickey out to Twine over on the right. Derby are pretty sturdily set up. That back 5 in pretty much most situations is not a back 3 with a couple of wing backs. It's very much a big flat 5, and they're big as well, aren't they? Nyambe and Elder. Obviously, with Eustace coaching them, the spacing's very good, and it's going to be hard to play through. And if they don't commit massively forward, the whole counter-attack business of Bristol City is going to be hard to do, because you've got to get Derby out and up the pitch in order to be able to do that. Reese, not entirely sure what that was. I think it was supposed to be like a flat-driven cross to the back stick. Went all the way out of play. It was so lacking in direction, you wondered, is that a very ambitious looking shot? What do I think of the new Southampton signing of Mads Roerslev? Makes a lot of sense. Every time I hear Will Still speak, he sounds pretty smart. Joined up thinking, so I'm sure this will make plenty of sense. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's my rating for the Tractor Boys transfer recruitment so far? Well, Blue Monday are doing a stream on that right now, so we'll leave that to them today. A little bit confusing, a little bit frustrating, but hey, we can't complain. Still credit in the bank. I think it's going to be a long throw in for Bristol City now down the right-hand side. Gerhard Struber looks annoyed about something or other. He's a football manager. They're normally annoyed about something, aren't they? It's going to be a long throw, though, held in by Rob Dickey. I think it came off the Derby head and nearly fell for a red shirt. So congested in there. They can't get it clear. Derby. Bristol City building back up on the edge of the box. They have got it clear now, Adams. Hoiks it away. Left-footed. Could this be the year none of the relegated teams go back up? Certainly Leicester don't look great. I mean, the signs are that... Well, let me just temper that. The signs are that there's more chance of that happening this year, it looks like right now, than in previous years. That's broken for Adams. Morris, they haven't used that well, have they? To be honest, Morris pinged that back to Adams waist high and he couldn't control it. And a nice looking kind of opening given up by Derby. Of course you can include it. Joe Jackson, hey? How about that? Roger Hodgson. If you know, you know. Most touches this game, 4 of the top 5, where the red shirt of Bristol City fell by Ozo on Twine. Twine kind of reasonably points out he was just about to spread that out wide. And Ozo stopped a promising attack just by taking Twine out. Matt Target. Yeah, in at Borough. Who did he get promoted with? Villa and Fulham? Did he get promoted with both? Someone get on Matt Target's Wikipedia, hey? What other channels would you get a request like that for? 33 gone. 0-0. Gives a goal. Come on, guys. Give us a goal. Thank you for our super chats, by the way. From Dan, Mark, Ben, and Lee. So we're 4 out of 10. And Zippy donated 5 memberships. See if we can get to 10 by the end of the game. Oh, that's open nicely. Oh, nice little feed through. Big chance. Best chance of the game. And beautifully taken by Scott Twine. It was vertical. It was quick. It was very Gerhard Struber. Slid in, I think, by Sykes into Twine. It opened right up for him. And in the Championship, if you want a shooter from the edge of the box, Scott Twine is your man. His 3rd goal of the season. It is Derby 0. Bristol City 1. Lovely finish by Twine. Quick little engineer out wide. He got nice and narrow, didn't he, Sykes? And that's simple for Scott Twine, isn't it? One touch control. He's right in the middle of the goal as well, isn't he? Pretty much just behind the penalty spot. And he's such a good shooter, isn't he? He just strokes that one in the corner. Gerhard Struber likes that change of pace. From a Derby point of view, you don't particularly like that. But everyone else watching the game has said that's what the game needed, I think. Goal that might bring Derby County out to play a little bit. And Scott Twine. Anyone else got 3 in the Championship? He must be the top scorer. Or at least joint. Up there. Scott Twine. With his 3rd of the season. Isaac Price, of course. Has got 3 this season. Cara! £3 on the super chat. Thank you so much. Like the stream for a chance to win Oasis tickets. You can read Kara's small print on that one. But thank you, my dear, for the super chat. We are 5 out of 10 now. Muchly obliged. Here's Niambe. Knock inside. Morris. Ozo. Switched out left-hand side towards Matt Clark. Thompson. Oh, and they've won it back. Don't lose it there. Not against Bristol City, who love a counter-attack. Try and carries it. Mehmeti in the box. Mehmeti deflected. Ooh. Keeper was done. Going in the wrong direction there. And the ball just bobbled up and went the other side of the post. And they're getting a reputation now, Bristol City under Struber, for being really good counter-attackers. And this is what we said about the game needing a goal. That situation doesn't happen at 0-0, does it? I just don't think you get Derby committing that many forward the way they're set up tonight, do you? Corner, Bristol City. Twine right-footed. Big header out by Bart. Great header that. Absolutely miles he got that. Recycle. Back stick was Atkinson. Here comes a counter for Derby. Adams. A hell of an engine, Adams, hasn't he, for Derby? Not that hell of an engine. Just knocked too far ahead of him. And a clearing of the lines. Points for my EFL fantasy. Get him in your fantasy team. Scott Twine. Evening Paul. Alex, Bristol City's other results are making me optimistic for Charlton's season. Oh, what? And that 0-0 draw, I guess. There you go. Brilliant goal. Derby very open. Yeah, just got caught out, didn't they? They're set up to defend their right-hand side. No, to be fair to the commenter, yeah, they were open because it wasn't that complex, was it? One pass out over to the other side, one pass back into the middle, and Scott Twine's open in the middle of the box, isn't he? Sticks it in the corner. And by the way, as things stand, Bristol City going top of the league. Be 7 points from 3. It's the only thing about this highfalutin new mic stand. Does obscure my view of the live league table. Crikey, match stats last 15. Bristol City had 5 shots in the last 15 minutes. And 6 touches in the Derby box and 73% possession. So, you know what they say, score when you're on top. That's exactly what City have done tonight. Derby 0. Bristol City 1. Twine is joint top scorer in the league, and Bristol City are going top of the table in game 1 of round 3. And by the way, Derby, that goal puts them bottom of the table. They have undertaken, is that the right terminology? Sheffield United have gone to -5, obviously, on the goal difference. -4 Blades. Mainly due to Bristol City, actually. Sheffield United's horrendous goal difference of -4 after 2 games. Because 3 of them, or 3 of that goal difference, came in a 4-1 defeat at home to Bristol City in round 1. How's my hair getting on drying? You're not getting triggered by me playing with it. It has to be done. Else we have all sorts of afro permutations. Oh, pure partridge, isn't it? 40 gone, 0-1, Twine. Robert, evening from a nervous Blackpool fan. Plymouth away tomorrow. My God, that's a journey, isn't it? Blackpool down to Plymouth. That's crazy. That must be like 6 hours, don't you reckon? Horrific. Twine trying to win that high up the pitch. Bart's going to go home. Ooh. Not the most comfortable back pass for Zetterstrom to deal with. Carlton Morris has clattered Rob Dickey in an aerial challenge and been penalised. Did he foul him? Hand in the face. I don't think he meant anything by that. Racing incident. Just gets him in the face with his hand. Apologises. Always helpful. Free kick Bristol City. Plymouth is very toxic at the moment. So I've heard, actually, yeah. 0 points for the Argyle. Lost to Orient in midweek. Check out mine and Matt SB's predictions over on Match Channel, looking at League One. Each and every round. We've already done 4 of them, and it's not even the end of August, hey? Go and give Matt SB a subscribe. And you can see this ugly mug doing the League One predictions with him. Viner. Place that one inside. Clark snaps in. Does well, actually, Clark. He's played all right. Centre-back. I'd need to look closely at the goal to see who left who. Where there's a goal, there's blame, isn't there? Always. West Ham 3-1 down in the Premier League, indeed. At home to Chelsea. Paqueta gave them the lead. João Pedro, Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez, the goal scorers for Chelsea. Speaking of toxic, I'd imagine it's pretty brutal down there at West Ham at the moment. Not going ever so well, is it? Is Ozo going in the book here? Yeah, big hit by Ozo on Knight. And if you remember a couple of minutes ago, Ozo left one on Scott Twine in the central midfield area. So if he hasn't gone in the book, he's definitely going in for his next one. Early days, I thought Derby would be better. Yeah, I agree, Jamie. I thought I had Derby in my top 10, but they've started really badly, haven't they? And they could be going for a third straight defeat here. Morris, nice hold. Oh, good ball as well. Morris gets that out to Nyambe. Nyambe slides that down the line. Vyman is offside. She couldn't quite time his run there, Andy Vyman. I think he was hoping it was going to go straight out wide right from Morris without taking a touch. Then Nyambe could have slipped him in earlier and then he would have been bob on with his timing. But took a little wee couple of touches longer than that and he was in no man's land. Stevenage, perfect record in there. How about that, Stevenage? Probably one of my closest teams here where I live, Stevenage. Probably only 20, 25 miles away. Along with MK and Luton. Although really, I should be like a Bedford Town fan, shouldn't I? 3 minutes stoppage time here. One back by Nyambe. Goes home to Zetterstrom, who kicks it long. Morris tries to help it up the line. Bristol City in control of this one, aren't they? Forcing Derby to kick it long into Morris, basically. Can he flick it on to Vyman or can Adams get around him? If neither of them do, because they're not committing the wing-backs stroke extra full-backs forward, then who else is going to land on it if they don't connect out from the back, which they're trying to do now, to be fair. Real Bedford, is that the Crypto Guys team? I think someone told me about this. They've written a piece about it. Can't remember who it was. It's at Birmingham, a journalist I was speaking to. I think they merged two of the teams together. There you go. Someone else is mentioning Real Bedford there. I'm not going to start supporting them, by the way, but it's just interesting, isn't it? Can be my local team. Throw in for Derby over on the right-hand side. How are Derby playing, Richard? Not great. Really good first 10 minutes, but otherwise, I think Bristol City have played this pretty well, haven't they? Eustace looking quite concerned. I mean, he's not stupid, Eustace. I can see he would be concerned. What went wrong with this goal then? They're just over in the corner. A little one ball through, one ball wide. They're just drawn over by the throw-in, aren't they? To be fair, in that goal, Anis Mehmeti makes a really good run. He's playing kind of left-sided attacker. He runs all the way across the near post, across Scott Twine as well, which then the defender goes with him. That might be Clark, actually. And that leaves the gap for Twine. But, yeah, Eustace will be furious with that defending. Hold your ground and move across. You've got to move across as a team quicker than that, haven't you? Not great. One back in midfield by the busy running Thompson. Bart goes home. About 10 seconds left of this half. It's back with Bart. I suspect Zetterstrom will kick this long and the whistle will go. Zetterstrom kicks it long and the whistle goes. We've done this before, haven't we? And Derby's hopeless start to the season looks like it is continuing because it's Derby 0, Bristol City 1. Scott Twine with the only goal in this one, 35 minutes in. Derby kind of lining this one up with a back three where the wing-backs aren't really wing-backs, Elder and Nyambe, or a lot of the time when I'm looking at the pitch, they're pretty much in a five at the back. In that first 10 minutes, they managed to get some bodies forward, but with just, kind of industrious midfield really there of Ozo and Thompson, they're not really able to hold on to the ball. And they managed to ride out that first 10 minutes. They just got up the pitch, got the territory, really it was from a long ball at the start. They managed to hem, you know how it can build and compound. They managed to hem Bristol City in. But really, from that moment on, a couple of set plays, and Morris is obviously always a nuisance up top. Bristol City have been the better side, haven't they? Managed to just gradually warm into the game. And then, I mean, God, I'm looking at this attack momentum graph here. From just about, I don't know if I can spool that along and see exactly, I don't know, I'm guessing, about minute 15, it's pretty much been all Bristol City in terms of control of the game. It's not a game that's expansive and having loads of shots and loads of, it's not pretty game, is it, in that kind of way? But Twine got them the goal. It's a bit of a funny one, wasn't it? It's literally just a throw-in for Bristol City down their attacking left, and Derby get pulled across in too bigger numbers. There's one fairly clever pass, a little poke between two Derby players, which completely takes them out. Then it's switched across, I think, to Sykes. Mehmeti makes a really good run across Scott Twine, who just holds his ground in the number 10 position. It opens up. Twine gets a really good... Let's be fair, those three passes out to Sykes, into Twine, are all executed really nicely. Twine then gets a good first touch, and all of a sudden, you've got one of the best shooters in the league with a kind of free-ish shot at goal from, I don't know, 14 yards or whatever it is, just behind the the penalty spot. And of course, he just strokes it in the corner. He's got that quality twine, hasn't he? And from that moment on, it didn't really look good for Derby, did it? It was like, well, okay, they're going to run around a bit and, you know, try and do what they've been doing, but just with a bit more intensity. Could turn that clock off, couldn't I? There we go. And then if you're Bristol City, you're like, okay, sit in shape, go. And as Mehmeti, not long after the goal, he had one where it's deflected and it just bimbled around the post. I mean, that really would have... You could see the game getting loose then if Derby had conceded a second at that point. But I think Gerhard Struber being there at half-time going, well played, lads. You know, we knew the first 10 minutes was going to be tough. Fine. Ease into the game. Score while you're on top. And it just the leverage goes up massively. I know it's obvious to say in football, first goal is important. But when you're away at a team that's been struggling defensively, and you're very good in terms of counter-attacking and they're quite direct, getting that first goal just massively sticks the odds in your favour just in terms of the pattern of the game, doesn't it? Because you'll then start to see that line of five at the back for Derby. They'll go right up towards halfway. And then if you're Mehmeti, Twine and Reese, it's like, can you feed that into those three and get them? So that's a 3-on-3 against the centre-backs with space in behind them. And you would think Bristol City would score again if that is the pattern. Right, I am going to go and make a coffee. Do you know, someone had a pop at me for doing this. Expect me to just sit here for 2.5 hours and not visit the toilet or have a drink at any point whilst being chained to my desktop. Imagine that. Someone criticising me online. What about that? But anyway, I will return in 5 minutes. And yeah, I'll leave it to Michelle and Michael Bridges and Curtis Davis to say probably everything I've just said, but with more credibility than me because they both played hundreds of football matches. So there you go. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Fill the chat up with questions and comments and all of that good stuff. And we'll see you back very shortly. Welcome back, everybody. It is Derby 0, Bristol City 1 in the watch-along. We are kicking off round 3 in the EFL Championship. And as things stand, Bristol City are top of the league. They will be going on to 7 points, courtesy of that Scott Twine goal. If nothing changes in the second half, Derby will go into tomorrow bottom of the league. They'll be on 0 points and hoping that they get a goal difference favour from either Wrexham or Millwall, maybe, who play the two Sheffield clubs who are both on 0 with -4 goal difference. Derby have moved on to a -5 difference. Do you move on to a -5 goal difference? All a bit of a struggle for the Rams, who are going to be looking to get back into this in the second half. What else have we got in the chat? Let's have a look here, see what you guys have been saying. Eustace needs to find a place for his size 9 at half time. Yeah, very much so. It's not been great, has it? Particularly after that first 10 minutes. And you always worry about a side who's struggling, who kind of their best period is the first 10 minutes. And, you know, it's like if that's the best you can throw is 10 decent minutes, and that's all Bristol City had to survive, and then they can get onto the business of winning the game, then Derby fans won't be too pleased with that, will they? Shame couldn't get a second. Mehmeti is nearly a damn good player. And I won't read that last bit, Nick. Hey. Annie, Strew, Perb. I mean, it will be 7 points from 3 games if they can see this out. Up the city, says Luke. Scott Twine is going to dominate this season. Dominating so far. 3 from 3. 3 from 3. Easy for me to say. Derby have 8 injured players. Yeah, I mean, that is true. We mentioned that at the top of the show, didn't we? Some QPR chat in there as well. What else we got? How's Bristol City playing? Yeah, fine. They're doing the necessary, aren't they, here? Evening BB. Just hosted Blue Monday's reaction for Casey McAteer's arrival at Pontman Road. Have I missed your take here? I haven't given my take, Richard. But what I may do is hold fire. Might do a transfer show. Maybe. Oh no, I'm over at Sportsman on Monday, aren't I? Maybe Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. But go and check out the wonderful Blue Monday podcast with my man Rich there. Reacting there tonight. Always a good fun live stream there. I'm sure it's a lively one tonight. What else we got in the chat here? Has Morris had any chances? No. He's mainly been having the ball kicked up to him and been required to win it in the air. Thank you for adding the city to Bristol there. My pleasure. I know it's very triggering for fans of Bristol City when they're referred to as Bristol. I mean, each to their own. I know there's worse things in life, but if you can help somebody out by saying their preferred pronunciation of something, God, that's a minefield going down that, then why not? You can help out, can't you? Hey, it's not the worst thing in the world. Thank you, everybody, for your support. We are 5 out of 10 on the Super Chat target. I will start really pitching for Super Chats in the second half, so get involved now before that goes south. Thanks, Dan, Mark, Ben, Lee, Cara, and Zippy Tuna gifted 5 Benjamin Bloom memberships, which we're very grateful for, but YouTube doesn't give us confetti if we get nine Super Chats and one of those. So we have to be very on topic here. So always free to watch the streams, but if you can, hit us with a Super Chat. That would be a massive help. Daniel Mann and Don Goodman are ready to go. So am I for the second half. Everyone's ready to go. I never know why they hold us up here, especially in the second half. We all know who we're waiting for, don't we, Sky? But we are off and running in the second half. I'll bang through the teams in just a jiffy. It's Derby 0, Bristol City 1. Twine with the only goal of the game. He is 3 goals already in 3 games this season. And Bristol City are heading to the top of the table. Someone always asks, Grace, the one moment I don't have the banner up. There you go. Someone asked, what's the score, Ben? Come on, lad. Get the score up. We're going to do the teams in a second. Bristol City on an early attack in the second half. No subs, by the way. A little slide down the line. Twine right-hand side of the box. Sorry, it's not Twine at all. It's Reese. And my eyesight is pathetic. Sykes. They're going to go out to come back in again. Randell. Ooh, clip through looking for Mehmeti. Sanderson is fouled by Anis Mehmeti. Which means I can go through the teams. Derby, Zetterstrom, Clark, Bart, Sanderson, centre-backs. Nyambe and Elder are wing-backs, but they look like full-backs to me. Ozo, Thompson with Adams a little bit ahead of them in central midfield. Morris and Vyman up top. Bristol City, Vitek in goal. Dickey, Viner, Atkinson, 3 at the back. McCrory, Sykes wide. Knight, Randell central. Twine, Reese, Mehmeti up top. Twine, the goal scorer. And huge thank you. Oh, Liam. Bless him. Liam's always here and always helps with a super chat. Thank you, my friend, Liam. Very, very kind of you indeed. Evening, Ben and chat. Hollywood bound tomorrow. I mean, just fair play to all of these Wednesday fans. It's going to be a long season, especially if you're travelling to Wrexham for an away. I suppose it is North Wales, isn't it? Thank you very, very much. We are 6 for 10 now on our super chat target. And we'll give many more shout outs to all of you wonderful super chatters as we go. I have a coffee that is slightly too warm to drink right now. Adams. Nyambe tries to poke that down the line. McCrory just took a bump. John Eustace not impressed with what he's seeing. Not surprised, really. Nyambe just leaning into, was it Mehmeti? He did go down a little bit easily, didn't he? I didn't think it was a foul. But you get so used to seeing him given. Literally, player A stops, player B knocks into the back of him. You know 9 times out of 10 a free kick's happening, but maybe they shouldn't. Dave, you absolute hero. Dave's killing it on the diet at the moment as well. So well played, matey. Oh, into the box goes Adams. Easy sweep across by Rob Dickey. Kone Golden Boot winner. That'll propel QPR up the table, won't it? But thank you, Dave, for the super chat. And Dave's been supporting me here for years. He doesn't need me to say thank you. He knows how grateful I am to him. Good lad, Dave. 7 out of 10 on the super chats. We're getting there. Corner for Derby. Some, I don't know, cause for confidence. Oh, interesting. The Thursday Murder Club. I am a big fan of the podcast with Richard Osman on it, the Gary Lineker podcast thing. So, yeah, I'd be interested to know what that was like, Liam. No spoilers, please, but, yeah. I didn't used to like Richard Osman, and now I really do. Corner into the back post. Clark wins the header, headed out by Twine. Oh, surely a high foot in there, yeah. Adams, unfortunately, you can't go for a mega swipey overhead kick. Oh, it's offside that's been given rather than high foot. Forgive me. It was offside then. They're all wrestling there. To be fair, if Clark had let Sanderson header that, he probably was going to get more purchase on it. I don't for the life of me understand who's offside. They must have given a high foot there. Must have. No one's offside, are they? He was going like that. Like they do, that thing. Back, forward, draw an imaginary line. Sanderson. Ozo, Sanderson, Thompson. Body check there, wasn't he? Doesn't matter, on we go. Nyambe. 50-50 there. Bristol City players think Nyambe was late. A bit blindside there, linesman. Probably couldn't see, to be fair to him, even if he was. Football players, of course, expect officials to be able to see round corners and indeed have X-ray vision. Derby has started the second half pretty well, haven't they? But they started the first half well. And look how that ended. By the way, I like Bristol City if it goes to the benches as well. As you can imagine, with Derby having 8 players out injured or whatever they've got, the Bristol City bench looks like a lot more set to be able to influence the game at minute 60 or 70, doesn't it? With the 3 sub windows. 5 potential subs available to both managers. Nyambe, Thompson, Sanderson. No spoilers. A good watch for a great cast. Pierce Brosnan's in it, right? Yeah. If you've read the book, I think you'll like the film. Okay, I haven't read the book, but if you are a reader, Liam, check out Shaylee's book talk TikTok thing. The Reading Club is Shaylee's TikTok. If you want to talk books, don't talk them with me, talk them with her. Big boot down the line by Mehmeti. Can Derby A, score while they're on top, or B, keep this up? They're playing all right here. Just kicked off for West Ham Chelsea second half. Let us know if you're watching that one with David. Let us know what's going on. Over in, where is it? Stratford, isn't it? And it looks like Sinclair Armstrong's going to come on. And Gerhard Struber, who strikes you very much as a man who wastes no time in being decisive. How concerned are we all if Derby lose again? I mean, you can point out the injury stuff, but it's a dreadful start if they do lose again, isn't it? Defeats against Stoke, Coventry, and Bristol City. Cheers, everybody. You know when you just wait until your coffee's like exactly the right temperature? This is just a sensory dream, this. Let me have another sip. That's absolutely tremendous. Ian. Derby's next 3. Burnley away, Ipswich away, West Brom away. Ugh. Can't see them getting a win in any of those. I think Eustace might be the first manager gone. I can't get on board with the last bit, but you make a real good point about the fixtures not being very nice. Oh, Kelly, you absolute angel. Always good to see Kelly of a Friday night. Enjoyed your recent Q&A YouTube video. Ben, I hope the many positive comments you get help to counteract the toxic stuff. Do you know what, Kelly? Thank you for saying that. I felt a little bit bad, actually, because the guy asked me the question. And there was almost part of me wanted some people to stand up for him, because I don't think he's a bad guy who... Basically, the guy said something, I blocked him, and then he asked me in a Q&A why I blocked him. So I gave him quite a long, detailed answer and offered to unblock him. And pretty much everybody was on my side in the comments. And honestly, Kelly, I was a bit worried when I actually went to read the comments. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get called a snowflake here. It's going to be like, what are you blocking people for, Ben? But check out that video. And Kelly, thank you for the support. And just for the record, I don't think that guy's a bad guy. I was just explaining my rationale that why I sometimes just hit the block button just for a quiet, easy life, and how it's not just me being a dick. You know, it's me having had a lot of experience online. So thank you for saying that, Kelly, and thank you for the super chat, you wonderful woman. Vyman has been spoken to by the ref. He's just gone late on Atkinson there. You see the frustration kicking in now. West Ham already in crisis. It's going to get ugly in the East End. Yeah, they don't suffer crisis well, the Hammers fans. Randell. Again, are we getting the same pattern we had in the first half? Where Derby are good for 10 minutes and Bristol City just wait out the 10 minutes? By the way, it was Reese who came out. I think I was reading Kelly's super chat. And Sinclair Armstrong came in. I guess the idea is, Reese, you run for 55 minutes. Armstrong, go and unsettle the back line for the remaining, can't do the maths, 55-35. There you go. You reminded me. I've got a free hot drink on my Greg's app. Go and claim it. Go on. Get in there. Do you know what? I was doing a gig the other day and we stopped off at services and I went off to Costa or Starbucks or wherever it was to get my overpriced coffee. And one of the team went, oh, no, Ben, I always get my coffee from Greg's. I prefer Greg's coffee to Costa or Starbucks or wherever it was that was in there. And I was shocked. And I'm shocked here. I think we're getting a treble sub from Derby. Hoiked over the top there. Mehmeti nearly got on the end of that. John Eustace is going Hail Mary here at minute 60. How about that? That's kind of good for us neutrals here. The chances of a second goal appearing are about to increase significantly. Clark wins that nicely. Again, I said it in the first half. I don't think he's played badly, Matt Clark. As soon as I say that, he's tried to maraud up the pitch and it's just poked away from him. But again, a useful little cameo getting his team up the pitch. Ibu Adams is not being subbed off. He's just going to get the instructions. Right. What do we got? Elder, Vyman and Thompson. So central mid, attacker and left wing back out. Ward, Brewster and Clark in. So I'm guessing Brewster's going to go up top. Ward will play at wing back. Who else came in? I've already forgotten. I can't cope with treble substitutions. Who else did I say was coming in? Was Bobby Clark? I think it was, wasn't it? I guess he's going to go and sit in the middle. So they're all straight swaps, but by virtue of kind of freshening it up. Thank you, Aconite Universe. Wow. And we are, I think we're 9 out of 10 on the Super Chats. We're nearly there. Will I be going to Norwich for the match this season? What, the Ipswich match? Great coverage as always, Norwich and Rafe Than. Probably not. And this will sound really, really weird, but just safety-wise, it's just better for me not to be there these days now. And that's not me thinking I'm a big deal, but it just takes the wrong person who's had a drink on Derby Day to see me, and problems occur afterwards. So I just think it's easier for everyone. To be honest, I probably won't watch along as well. Again, just people can't control themselves in that game, can they? Here comes Armstrong down the left-hand side. Armstrong trying to get in the box. Anderson sweeps out. So I probably won't, but I'll try and get to Norwich for a game. It just might not be the East Anglian derby. And a huge thank you, Aconite Universe, for the super chat. Very, very kind. I am exceptionally grateful. And we are 9 out of 10. As that one goes through to Zetterstrom in goal. Ian, good evening to my content creating inspiration. You're too kind, Ian. Very kind indeed. The London Stadium would look good in the Championship. Loads of fans walking out. Yeah, it's not good at Wrexham. Did I say Wrexham? West Ham, I should have said. Idiot. Viner hoiks that one clear. 62 on the clock. Eustace going early with a treble substitution, changing a striker, a central midfielder, and a wing back. There you go, Rich. I know you'd have my back. No way I'd go to Norwich these days as an Ipswich fan. Whole thing is panto between the two sets of fans, and the police and the other authorities look to de-escalate, ruining the occasion too. The problem is as well, Rich, unless I could get accredited, in which case I could go really early, just go and sit in the press box and keep a low profile. But Norwich fans are generally lovely to me, I have to say. But it just gets a bit spicy on Derby Day, doesn't it? Long throw went in. I think on the recycle, the offside flag went up. And this is the point where if you're a Derby fan now, the clock starts to tick. Oh no, it's handball against Clark. The clock starts to tick quickly, and you are now going, okay, 25 to go, 15 to go, 10 to go, etc., etc. My God, West Ham is it actually 5? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I can see 4-1 on my FootMob app, but that manager's getting fired, Potter, isn't he? Oh, dear, dear, dear. Of course, he used to manage Chelsea, didn't he? West Ham 5-1 down at home. Here's Armstrong in the box on the left-hand side. Armstrong! Decent strike there. He just tried to shape that in the far corner. Tried to catch Zetterstrom out. Not a bad strike. Bit more pace, bit more whip on that. And he scores. I will say, if he's got his left foot working, or a little floater into the back post, Mehmeti was there. Difficult one to pick out. Yeah, West Ham. My God. Ooh. That is a highly unnecessary corner. Ibu Adams apologises. That won't have gone over well at Pride Park there. Trying to play out from the back. And, I mean, it could have been worse there because Zetterstrom was not in line with his near post. Could have been one of those crazy mad own goals. And this is so silly. Zetterstrom grabbing the ball, trying to take it off him when there's literally balls on stands that he could just grab any of them. But hey-ho. All part of the panto, as we were just saying. And Zetterstrom goes in the book. Corner goes in. Dickey jumped underneath it. Oh, shot driven in edge of the box. Not bad. Hit that by Ross McCrory. Zetterstrom gave it a dive. I think it was just a kind of token dive just to say, oh, I'll cover the post. I don't think that's going in. Got a hold of it. Hit it early. Nice pace on it. Just couldn't get the line, did he? Hope they get Big Ange. Can take them down and win a trophy in the second season, the championship. Shocking. Oh, dear me. Mads Hermansen, one save all game. Leicester. I thought Mads Hermansen was really good when I saw him play for Leicester. Not doing great at West Ham, is he, I have to say. Now, that is a foul, isn't it, on Sanderson there. They put the brakes on, wait for the hit in the back. McCrory gets penalised right in front of Eustace and Struber. Free kick to Derby. No, throw in. Wasn't a foul at all. I'm full of it tonight, aren't I? Managed to bag an away ticket for Everton's new stadium. Woof! Versus Mansfield in the Carabao. Now that is going to be fun. One of the first away fans in there, Ian. Oh my God. Sky stat. Time of last shot. Derby's last shot was in minute 6. Minute 6, and we're in minute 66. I'm a really big fan of Eustace, but this is a real struggle, this, at the start of this season, isn't it? West Ham v Millwall in the Championship. Ouch. It's West Ham 1, Chelsea 5 in the Premier League tonight. Oof. There's one in the channel for Armstrong to chase. Easy one for Bart to cut out. Well, he faffs about with it. Kind of hands possession back. Well, that's out for a Derby throw-in as we approach minute 70. Guys, I'm going to say it. We are one Super Chat away from the Super Chat goal. We are 9 out of 10 Super Chats. And then I can stop prattling on about it and say thank you to everybody. If anyone wants to get us over the line. Cross into the back stick. That's going to be a foul by Thompson on Mark Sykes. Yeah, clever. Good positioning, gets his body in front, draws the foul, kills some time. Twine, blocked out by Elder. And Goodmine and Jackson are going to come on for Derby. And that's only 2 sub windows. And all 5 subs used. Cara, you've done it. Thank you, my darling. We're going to go like that. No more Super Chats, guys. You don't need to. We are there. We are 10 out of 10. Hopefully all the confetti's gone off at YouTube. I mean, you can if you want, but 10 out of 10. Dan, thank you. Mark, Ben, Lee. Zippy donated 5 memberships. Who's going out? We're about to find out. Cara, thank you. Liam, Dave, Kelly, Aconite Universe, and then Cara finishing the deal. Thank you so much. I'll shut up about Super Chats. Danny Bart out. That means, are we going to a back 4 here? Ozo out as well in central midfield. I don't know what Eustace is doing here shape-wise. Hopefully we'll get a wide shot of the pitch fairly quickly. But he might be kitchen sinking it already. To be honest, I wonder if he's just gone to a 4-2-3-1. Yes. Yeah, so it's a 4-2-3-1. Clark's gone out wide right. I think Brewster's gone in the 10 behind Morris. Jackson's playing on the left wing. Adams and Goodmine in central midfield. I mean, this is open. He's gone for it. This will go one of two ways, won't it? Goal reached. Then thank you, Mark, for your help doing that. Sunderland and Leeds will stay up. We shall see. West Ham looking to give a helping hand, but then we thought Wolves were giving everyone a helping hand last year, and Everton were, and Palace were, and it didn't work out quite so well, did it? 20 remaining. Eustace Hail Mary, 5 subs made already. And a rather open-looking 4-2-3-1 now that Derby are playing. You can't say he's not gone for it to chase the game here, and he's gone for it with plenty of time to go. Jackson puts the cross in. I think Clark got eyebrows on it on the near post. Easily through to Vitek in goal. Knight round the corner to McCrory. Wonder if Struber will double up shape-wise or whether he'll stick with his 3 centre-backs. Ooh, little feed through. Jackson, left-hand side of the box. Crosses, cuts it back. There's a toe end on it. And Sykes clears the danger. Clark. Ooh, big tackle there by Randell. Plenty of the ball there. Fair tackle in my estimation. Out goes Adam Randell, former Plymouth captain, I think. Max Bird. Surely that's our final played for both, transferred between both. Tick off, isn't it? We've spoken about Vyman and Knight. And now Bird as well. Probably missing 1 or 2 there. Loads of business between the two. Looks like you got some applause there from the Derby fans. Right, long throw hurled in from Ward. Ex-Peterborough wing-back. Ward, horrible cross that, straight into the arms of Vitek. Ketts, over 1.5 goals, please. Well, Eustace's substitutions and Derby's desperation may see that happening, because they've got to go for broke here to try and get the draw, Derby, haven't they? And that could leave them exposed to a second goal. Here comes Sinclair Armstrong, powering down the right-hand side. Adams, clear pull of the shirt there. He's going to get booked here, Adams, isn't he? Yeah. Had about 8 goes to foul him there. Yeah, clearest yellow card you'll see all day. Ibu Adams, the amount of running he does, the last person he probably wanted to see with open grass in front of him was Sinclair Armstrong, who is a physical specimen. Sometimes doesn't necessarily back it up with his feet, does he? But certainly got the raw materials, hasn't he? Derby's sub should open it right up. That's my hope as a neutral. Give me some more goals, at least one. Free kick to Bristol City, right-hand side, coming up 75, which Twine, obviously, is going to whip in. Morris on the near post. Heads it away. We all fall down. Who's that taking a whack in the face? McCrory, I think. Atkinson. Arguing with the ref about something. Don't know what was going on there. We're not going to see. Replay interrupted by the corner. Clark big header clear. Hoiked back in. There's 2 offside there. But they've headed it back. Foolhardy that from Jackson there. Turned around the corner. Mehmeti left wing. And Clark sees it out. Thinks it's a goal kick, but it's going to be another corner. Am I doing any watch-alongs? I've got 2 gigs this weekend, so probably not tomorrow. No, we'll probably be quiet, but we'll try and get straight back in Sunday morning with the hot takes, okay? So unlikely to be watching along with anything tomorrow. Crazy time. Crazy time here. Twine with another corner. Bristol City, and it goes right-footed. Ooh. Mehmeti was on his own on the near post there and did nothing with the header. And Joe Ward boots it to halfway and gets it clear. It might be an obvious thing to say, but I'd really like a second goal to avoid a potential sucker punch. Well, here's a chance because Mehmeti drives into the box. Mehmeti drills it across. Oh, and does neither nor. He doesn't hit the target on the far post, but he doesn't cross it either, where there were 2 arriving. Ooh, will they regret that one? It's a bad giveaway. Very reminiscent, if you want a 90s football reference, of, I think it might have been Patrick Vieira who gave the ball to Ryan Giggs. Wasn't like Vieira to give the ball away, but the point I'm making is central midfield just giving it away to an on-running kind of winger. Unfortunately, Mehmeti there wasn't exactly Ryan Giggs. Raking it in, you'll be lucky. Surviving. That's all we do here. Free kick goes in, headed on by Morris. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Hi Ben, just popping in to say we're an absolute disgrace and I can't believe we're only losing by 1 goal. Well, there you go. Tell us what you really think. That's Mehmeti. Nearly a really good player, but still a ways to go. I mean, you're right there. He did neither nor there, didn't he? Put it in the one place you didn't want him to put it, hey? Have I taken Enid to a game? I've seen younger kids than Enid. Enid's 4 now. Can you believe that? Yeah, I think if we're on family duty, I think Shaylee will probably overrule a football match being a thing. We'll be going elsewhere, so... No, she has not been indoctrinated into the world of football yet, bless her. Goal kick, walloped straight out of play by Vitek, and we are heading into the last 10 minutes. Remember, Derby have already made 5 subs, and... the triple sub for the second window was actually made... the double to make it 5 was actually made on the 70th minute. So the changes haven't done anything in the 9 minutes since the last 2 were made. Or indeed, the nearly... the nearly 20 minutes since substitution started being made. Bristol City still with a sense of control here. Kane Jackson trying to win a corner. No good. You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. I can see Derby fluking and equalising. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? If you've only got a 1-goal lead, You know, whatever is happening that in the stoppage time, it's always going to be a set play or something that could be just booted into the box. And yeah, bit of bad luck, and you can see the goal, don't you? Precious little you can do about it. Bloody flute fry. Oh, Armstrong now breaks in behind into the box. Armstrong, can he make the cutback? Yes, it's a good ball. Mehmeti, oh, heavy first touch. Derby get a bit lucky there. Clear their lines after a fashion. In fact, it's worked out quite nicely for them now. Adams. Oh, Ward, horrible pass. Given straight back to Max Bird, who can feed it straight down the line again for Armstrong, who should stand on the ball here and just wait. Slow this down a second. It's turned over again. McCrory now caught up the pitch. Ward drives forward and wins a throw-in. What a mess that last 45 second was. Ah, dearie me. Prodigy, yes it was indeed. Someone always comes through, Richard, on Name That Tune, don't they? Love the Prodigy, hey? Russell, as a Sheffield Wednesday fan, I can't criticise any team. Well, there you go. If Derby get a miraculous draw, performance will be forgotten by most. Well, yeah, there is that, isn't there? Get out of jail free card, a late equaliser, isn't it? Ward puts it in left footed to keep his ball in it. Easy gather. For a Vitek, who is looking at back-to-back clean sheets, isn't he? Although that's a rather ridiculous overarm Peter Schmeichel throw out there, straight out of play from the keeper. Here comes Derby down the left. Knocked in with a bounce to Morris. Helps it on to Jackson. Jackson crossing position over on the left. And it goes looking for Ward on the back stick. Little nudge there. It's never going to be a penalty, is it? And it's a throw in to Bristol City. Yeah, he just leans on him. Ward hits the deck. It was never going to be a pen, was it? But I suppose that's the game plan, isn't it? Play it into Morris, let him hold it, get it wide, flood the box, cross it, try and get on the end of the cross. Viner clears long for Bristol City. Mehmeti wins it in the air over Sanderson, which I didn't expect, but it's through to Zetterstrom. Foul down the left-hand side on Ibu Adams. And if I'm Derby, I'm sticking this in the box. Kelly Clark, who sang that track. I never knew that. You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. Tune. I'm begging for a Derby Thunderbolt. Can't see any other method of scoring. Well, Callum Elder's about to boot it in the box, and Clark and Morris are in there. Can they just keep it in the box and get a lucky bounce? No, didn't even win the first contact. Hoiked back in. Viner heads clear. And I think he might be able to shepherd this out for a Bristol City goal kick. Viner gobbing off there for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Clark had every right to go for that ball. Viner shepherded it out fine. Not sure it needed the volley of abuse afterwards. But hey-ho. They're in the heat of battle, aren't they? Saints after Fellows. Following the Dibbling impending move to Everton, but Albion holding out for 25 to 30 million. I'm not surprised if Southampton are about to get a ton of money for Tyler Dibbling. We are into the last 5 here. And Bristol City are about to go top of the league. Morris helps that back. Cross comes in from the left-hand side for Elder. Oh, Ward gets in front of his man. Save. Going to be a big chance on the rebound. Did that cross the line? I think it did. And Derby have got themselves an equaliser. I don't know if they've really played that well, but they've made the subs. They've gone for it. They've stuck it in the box. The ball hasn't even hit the net. But Carlton Morris has got the equaliser. Following up there. Forces it over the line, and with less than 5 to play, it's Derby 1, Bristol City 1. Morris again. Your thoughts in the comments on that one. Wasn't the prettiest goal you've ever seen, but they all count. Ward does really well to win the header. It's a decent save by Vitek. And yeah, it's clearly over the line, isn't it? Jackson does well to get out of the way there and not be in any way kind of offside or interfering with anything. And Morris just forces it over the goal line. So I think he scored in all 3 games, yeah. 3 for 3 for Carlton Morris. And a get out of jail free card in the 86th minute. 85-48, say Sky. It's the equalising goal. I need to say thank you. Sorry, this happened before the goal. Bubba. Hi, mate. Enjoy your videos. I'm a Birmingham fan. Just wonder what you think about us for this season. Thank you so much, Bubba. I think you have a very exciting season ahead. And I'm sure lots of people are looking at the parachute teams fumbling the start of the season, and the likes of Birmingham might have a really good go at this season. So yeah, thank you for the super chat. Here come Bristol City, and that is a clear foul by Kenzo Hoodmine. And a chance for Bristol City to stick the ball in the box. Didn't need to do that, did he? Takes Twine out, smacks into him. Definite free kick. And now, defending has to be done. Morris is a good Championship forward. He was a good Premier League forward, wasn't he? He got double figures in the Premier League for Luton. Didn't he? He's just a big, aggressive nuisance, Morris, isn't he? Good player. Besides Birmingham, would you say Coventry are one of the favourite sides? Yeah. Birmingham, Coventry and Norwich were my 3 around the year 1, well, and 2. I had Sheffield United there, but they've started abominably as well. So I think Twine might shoot from here, actually. Anyone else, and you'd be... okay, he's going to cross it to the back stick. I think Twine's going to stick his foot through this and shoot. That's exactly what he does. Good save, Zetterstrom. And Twine is capable from whatever angle of finding either top corner. Zetterstrom hurls himself into the post. I think we're going to look at the replay and say that is a really good save. Great hit by Twine, who's just a brilliant free kick taker, isn't he? Zetterstrom is down injured now, having collided with the post. And hopefully Sky will give us a replay of that, where I think we're going to say that's a really good save. And a great hit by Twine. And we're about to get a load of stoppage time for it as well. We'll see how long Zetterstrom stays down for. Let's have a look at the free kick. Yeah, it's a really good strike and a really good save as well. Good play by both. Goes around, over-ish around the wall. You know what I mean. And Zetterstrom left him enough of the goal, but still managed to get across. Need to clip that goal reaction for a short. Jakey will be on it. Don't worry, Kelly. He'll be on it. It's probably in the chat somewhere, Jake. Hi if you're here. Twine loves a free kick. Great effort and save to match. Yeah, really good by both players, wasn't it? Neither did a hell of a lot wrong with that. It says 4 minutes stoppage time. I reckon it'll be a couple of minutes before Zetterström's up because I think they're going to have to do concussion protocol. And we'll be going more towards a 98-minute finish than a 94-minute finish. Great save, yeah. Although this is going to be one of those conversations. Not that I want to belittle the concussion protocol because it's very important, but they'll be saying, right, you're okay, yeah? Tell us that you're okay. They don't want to be making a goalkeeping substitution. Obviously, you would get extra substitution if it was a concussion. Troubling Zetterström, with Derby having made all 5 of their substitutions already. Eustace trying to get the Pride Park crowd going. Although I'm sure he'd be the first to admit, I haven't played terribly well today. But he went for it, didn't he? Threw the subs all on early, all 5 of them. Scrappy goal, but a goal nonetheless. Okay, that was better than I thought. Only 2 minutes that took. So we'll probably play until 96. Seemed to be pretty much exactly a 2-minute stoppage of that one. Atkinson. Dickey. Knight. Viner. Armstrong. Viner. Not sure he wanted that back there from Armstrong. Derby looking pretty happy with a draw here. I think they'd shake hands. Bristol City manoeuvring the ball around. I'm sure Derby would happily just sit in shape and close down passes in front of them. They've won it back though. And Sanderson hoofs that one away. I think they're going to win a free kick here, Derby. No, it's gone the other way. There's Morris and Dickey. I mean, maybe Morris is just an old pro and he fooled me. I thought he was going to win that one. And he's talked himself into the book there with a sarcastic thumb up. Let's have a look. Has he got grounds to... Not sure why it's been given the other way. Both got hold of each other. And then Dickey keeps on holding longer. So for me, it's either no foul or it's a foul against Dickey there. Not a foul against Morris, but hey-ho. Not important. And John Eustace has managed to get himself booked as well. Derby bench not happy with that decision either. Scott Twine, goal scorer for Bristol City early in the night, is out. Fali Mayulu is in. And here come Bristol City. If you believe that a substitute adds on more time, maybe we'll go more like 96.5, 97. Given the stoppage. Hirakawa, beg your pardon, in for Twine. I thought it said Mayulu. I've been told both. We'll see. Unless they got 12 players on. Zetterström has it. Kicks it long. Adams wins the header. Back to Vitek. Good with his feet. And gets it out to Sykes. Knocks it up the line. And Derby are going to win that. Adams is closed down by Hirakawa. Clark goes back to Sanderson. Clark's got it again. It's going to go long. Where's Morris? There he is. Doesn't win that one. Viner's underneath it and it's hooked away by Sykes. Strong finish from Derby. Making the defenders defend there. Clark slides in on Armstrong. No foul given. And it's back with Zetterstrom. I'll make about 30 seconds of minimum stoppage time remaining. Morris tries to hold that one. Falls over under challenge from Viner. Nothing given. It's back with Clark. Last phase of the game surely here. And Dickey kicks it into the stand. And I wonder whether Derby might send everybody forward, given that they're probably not going to have time to counter-attack them, Bristol City, and just hurl this into the box. Why not? It's going to be Elder with the long throw. I suspect at any point a Bristol City player touches this, the final whistle will go. In comes the throw-in. And that is exactly what happened. Sykes gets ahead on it. And the final whistle does indeed go. Derby 1. Bristol City 1. Derby will be pleased to get out of there with a point, to be honest. Bristol City will be a little bit disappointed that the game plan was working pretty nicely as we went in at half time, and that they couldn't just extend the lead in the second half and take all 3 points. They would have just hoped to have either been able to go up a gear or see this one out. There was a chance, I don't know what minute it was, 1-0, feels like maybe 20 to go, where Anis Mehmeti went into the box and could have crossed it, could have put it in the far corner. He did neither nor. It stayed 1-0, and then Derby did manage to get that equalising goal. Carlton Morris forcing it. Fair play. I think it was Ward who was substitute, right wing back. Get in the box, lad. If the ball's going down the left, that's what he did. Heads at goal, decent save, and then Morris forces it into the back of the net, over the line, and it's kind of hooked away, but it already crossed the line. And Morris is 3 for 3. He scored in every game this season in the EFL Championship. We were at 1-0 talking about, Derby going 3 for 3 defeats and Bristol City going top of the league. But honours even in the end. And that means Bristol City will slide in to 4th position. And they will be prone to plenty of overtaking possibilities there. You can see, all the way down to 16th place and Millwall, all those teams there. I mean, they can't all do it because playing each other, but obviously all those teams there have the potential to overtake Bristol City tomorrow. But I suppose if you're Gerhard Struber, there's positives in all the games. They've won 4-1 on opening day. Sheffield United. Clean sheet at Charlton. No, they were at home in that second one, weren't they? Beg your pardon. And they've come away here and taken a point. But given that they had the lead and the timing of the goal, I guess they'll come away disappointed there. Bristol City, Scott Twine, the scorer in the first half. As I said, I've got a gig tomorrow night and a gig on Sunday. So I am unlikely to be on a watch along unless something happens. The gig gets cancelled or something last minute tomorrow. That's unlikely. So I will see you on Sunday. Pre-recorded, obviously, about 10 a.m. We'll try and get the hot takes out, assuming I'm not too knackered with everything and it all gets delayed. That is the start of your Championship Round 3 weekend. Derby 1, Bristol City won. Massive, massive thank you to all our super chatters. We got our 10 target as well, didn't we? Thanks to Dan and Mark and Ben and Lee and Zippy Tuna for the 5 gifts, and Cara and Liam and Dave and Kelly and Aconite Universe and Cara and Bubba. I think it was 11 in the end. So thank you all, everybody. And we will see you back on Sunday then for the hot takes. And I guess we'll next be live next Friday night, I think, is Leicester and somebody Birmingham. Does that sound right? I think that's what we're doing. I can't remember. Anyway, enjoy the rest of round 3 and I'll be back. And we've got the full stack. We'll be doing all 12 games, won't we, for the hot takes on Sunday. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Good night, everybody. It was a Derby 1, Bristol City 1. If you say nice things, I'll stick them in the outro. And I'll bid you all